let's talk about the process of making this movie called A Beautiful Planet. I imagine, well, one of the first steps was training the astronauts, and we've got a few pictures of that to show people.
Yep, training the astronauts was part of my job. I tell everybody I'm the only DP in the world that has to train his first unit how to make a movie. This is was Barry Wilmore working with us at the Johnson Space Center. Butch was our very first crew member. He got it out of the box and got to use it first. So he got some amazing images for us. That's Tony Myers, the director in the background.
The director of the movie, you mean?
The movie, yeah, and me there with my mouth open.
Okay, if we go to the next one, here's you with another of the astronauts.
Right, that's Scott Kelly. Scott spent a year up in space. He
was that guy.
Was that guy? Yeah, that guy. So Scott shot some of the stuff for us. He's featured in the movie, and he's a good guy. He got some interesting images.
I found it interesting. I saw that I've been reading Chris Hadwell's book, An Astronaut's Guide to Life on Earth.
Oh, yeah.
And he talks about his training as an astronaut and how he had to train to become a geologist or some other professions. And he had to sort of be good enough. But that's much easier, much better to do than training a top flight geologist, for example, to be an astronaut. So you're doing something like that here. You're training these astronauts to be cinematographers,
filmmakers. Yeah. They're technically they're great. I mean, they pick up things really quick. It's the aesthetics of filmmaking that usually takes a little bit longer. But once they shoot something and we go and show it to them on an IMAX screen, they get the idea of how it works, and they're quick learners. And
I'm sure that's true.
Once they decide they're going to do something, they do it right. And so we've never had any issues. I've trained 150, I think, crew for 22 or 23 space shuttle flights. And
wow. Now, these two pictures are in a conference room. I guess you're sort of familiarizing them with the cameras. Next couple of shots are, I believe, in simulators.
Right. That's in one of the simulators. That's one of the space station simulators at the Johnson Space Center. We take them in there and just to make them, get used to working in the area, the confines they will be in on orbit, and let them shoot film or shoot digital now. And like I said, we take them and take what they shot and put them in a theater and let them see it up on the big screen. One of the groups came in with complete with a storyboard and a script and props to shoot their test footage with. So,
wow.
I said, okay, well, these guys will be all right.
Now, this picture I thought was pretty interesting. It's you and Scott, I guess, working with someone, a model there in the simulator.
Actually, that's Scott's girlfriend, and she worked the public affairs office at Johnson. So she came in to be our actress for the day.
She looks a little nervous to me in that photograph. I thought that was pretty funny. So tell us the cameras that we see in these photos and that you used in the shoot.
Well, this one is the Canon C500. It's a 4K imaging system. We use Canon zoom lenses as well as a Arri Master Prime 12 mil prime. We recorded onto the Codex onboard S recorder. You see it there. The little gray things above the IMAX name inside the machine there is the data pack, and that's a half a terabyte of material in that little package, and that's what came back to Earth to offload and then to make our film from. So everything that we shot inside the station was done with this camera. It's at a 16:9 aspect ratio, and we didn't blow it up to the full 1:4:3 aspect ratio of the IMAX screens, just because we didn't feel that we needed to, and we were worried about cutting the sides off the thing and blowing it up. So we basically sort of letterboxed it in. Nobody really notices it, but that's what we did with the camera. And
Creamy Corncob in the chat room is asking, what in the world does such a camera cost?
Well, that's a good question. Probably that outfit you were looking at there is somewhere in the neighborhood of I don't know, $30,000, $40,000, something like that,
including the recorder, the storage, and so on.
Recorder, the storage, the camera, the lens. Not counting the tripod, because that's a 1G thing.
Yeah, right. Okay, once you train these guys, they go up in space, and I have a few pictures of sort of life on the International Space Station, or ISS, that I'd love to show people. Here, for example, is an astronaut doing his Superman thing.
Superman. That's the Japanese astronaut Kimiya Yui. And he was a great guy. He was one of our operators, and they got this great picture of him doing the Superman fly through the station. It's one of the things they do to pass time is they see how far they can fly without, make it through the hatch without crashing into things. Yeah. And everybody asked me, why do we have all the IMAX stickers all over everything? Well, I say it's because we can find the stuff whenever it gets lost.
It looks pretty cluttered in there.
It's a little cluttered, and this is on a neat day, I think.
There's another picture of him playing with fruit, which I thought was really hilarious.
Yeah, this is actually a shot like this is in the movie. And it's really fun to see him. He takes all these out of a plastic bag, and then he has to corral them like herding cats back into the bag. And it's a pretty good shot. They have fun up there occasionally.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. And the next one, I forget what it is, number 7. Here, this is very interesting. Tell us about this.
Well, you can see the IMAX, one of the IMAX cameras off to the left, but that's Butch. That's Butch Wilmore hanging out. And there's a few still cameras on the wall there next to him.
I thought that was amazing, looking at this picture and all those still cameras with those huge lenses.
Yeah, those are left over from the shuttle days. They had to do after the Columbia accident. They did shuttle tile inspections from the station as the shuttle approached station. So they use those lenses to be able to get in and get tight on the shuttle to see if there's any tile damage. So that's what they are there for. And then they've always had a lot of still cameras on board, and it's great. My friend Marcia Ivins was one of the ones, an astronaut, and she pushed to get a digital system onto space station so they could continually downlink their images that they shot. And it was because of her that they have all this digital imaging capability on board now. And so she's responsible for most of that mess.
Okay, the next few pictures are actually the C500, the camera that you used in the space station. So tell us what we're looking at here.
This is Butch, and this is the first day that they got the camera out of the bag. He pulled it out, put it together, and sent this picture down of smiling. I've got the toy out. Let's go to work. And he was ready to get going. He did a few shots that I think you wrote Academy Award acceptance speeches for. So he was real proud of some of the things he shot, as well he should be. And
yeah, sure.
I'm amazed. I love having these guys. They're
amazed that they had enough time. The astronauts, who I'm sure every moment of their day is planned. I'm surprised they had enough time to do this.
You're absolutely correct. Every moment of their day is planned. And when we started this out, the people that dole out the minutes and seconds said, "You're never going to get enough time to shoot your movie. We'll give you, 20 hours over an increment," and an increment was like 4 months. So like 20 hours of filmmaking over 4 months. That's not much. But these guys would grab the camera in their off days, their off times, and shoot this stuff. They did it on their own time. And that shows you how dedicated they were to the film.